What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a huge mail call. Now, before we get into all of these goodies that I picked up in the mail today, this exclusive variant, as well as this key golden age, because that was not clickbait. Before we get into all that, go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification so when videos like this drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. But as long as you watch it, we appreciate you. So if you want to see what I picked up, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we proceed even further, there's another disclaimer that I've got to give to you, and that is to make sure that you enter into the 900 subscriber giveaway, which is a Marvel Omnibus of Guardians of the Galaxy, and the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which is the Wolverine 1 banana cover C2E2 exclusive, a 9.8 CBCS slab, whatever way you want to call it. But the links to those videos on how you can enter to win will be in the description below. Now, having said that, let's dive into this. So I noticed this on eBay the other day, and it's not something that most people would go after. And so I don't even remember the keywords that I even had to use to pull it up, but this is a previews magazine. Yes, the previews magazine. This is what they used to look like, as opposed to what we see now is looks more like a comic book. It was a lot bigger book. Of course, there were a lot more comics back then, right? But so one side is Ron Lim, X-Men 2099. The other side, Kelly Jones, Batman. And so this was from June of 1993. And the reason why I got it, and as you can see, it's just like a previews before, but it also has stuff in it. In particular, this has this orange Deathmate preview book. So there were several preview books for Deathmate, which was something that Image and Valiant did a crossover with. And so there were several different previews, and the orange one was one of the options. And it also has some bookmarks for the Dark Horse attempt at a superhero comic. This is from the time the X-Men Sega Genesis game. A lot of nostalgia right up in here. Some Spogs, which was Pogs, Spawn Pog. Yeah. So that was a big thing. And then also this was a twofer, Plasm number 0. So this is from Defiant Comics. I had thought about, since I'm going to be seeing Jim Shooter in Huntsville Comic Con, April the 9th, 10th, and 11th. I'm going to be there. If you haven't made plans to attend, be sure to make plans to attend. Jim Shooter's going to be there. And I thought about getting him to sign that. Just don't know how many he signed. He's probably, but yeah, it's right in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. My only hesitancy is pulling it out of this book, which is glue bound, and I don't know. I don't want to mess the comic up and then mess this up too. But this is kind of cool because this is a fold over to Kelly Jones Bang, of course. The Nightfall, Nightwing stuff, or Nightfall, and all that. And this, it's a punch out. It's still in there, but I don't know what the point of the punch out. It doesn't really stand up or nothing. But so it's kind of cool. So I kind of hate to mess it up. But yeah, it's a preview from Diamond from back in the day. So I got that off of eBay. And the seller had sent this as well. I guess they figured maybe I liked Valiant. I don't know. But Key Comics, leave positive feedback on eBay, I hope. Thanks, Jason. I threw in this bonus Valiant. Happy collecting. So I don't know if that's somebody who knows me or they just happen to look at my buying styles, knew I liked Valiant, or what the deal was. So this next one is from Cat 60 Designs. So Cat 60, he sells on several auction sites, Peter Parker's auction, Metaphoricals, so on and so forth. He gets around. He's that kind of guy. Anyway, I don't remember. I think these are some turtle books I had bought from him. And so he had threw up this auction, and I sniped it. I mean, he didn't think nobody was going to get it, and I threw up a bid and happened to get in there and sniped it out from under him. A lot cheaper than what he intended to sell it, I would imagine. And yep, it's down. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, I also got these Star Wars High Republic adventures. So these are chock full of first appearances, and I didn't know. And he was selling for less than he was selling for $3. So it's less than cover for, and I got two of them, one for me and one for, if I want to sell it down the road, if it becomes worth something. These are the two books that he had up, both of which I have, but it was $5 for some Mirage Turtle books. I mean, you just can't beat that. This is TMNT 32. And I know several people that are collecting or trying to collect this Mirage run. So I said, man, I can find one on the cheap, hook a brother up. This was the other thing, which this one kind of has some value on it. But this is TMNT 95, the IDW run. This is the second print. This is first appearance of Jenica as a turtle, and the other covers don't have her as a turtle on the front cover. This one does. And so this one's got a little value on it. I'll probably look and see if mine's better or if this one's better, and I'll keep the better one and sell the other one. But yeah. Then I got from Forever Nasty, Burt Family 54 Comics, and he got the opportunity to team up with Jalzar Comics, Simple Man's Comics, on doing an exclusive for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this was like all up his alley, all up in his wheelhouse. So congrats to him for getting that opportunity. I know there was some financial commitment there and some hustle. You gotta appreciate the hustle to get out there and sell the books, so you don't get stuck with a whole bunch of books and go in the hole. And as I understand, he has sold out of the ones he had. So I'm not sure if Simple Man's Comics, or 616 rather, has their still on their website, or Jalzar has some on theirs. You can check them out. But yeah, so this is the exclusive for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I went ahead and got the regular cover just to read it. So I'm just going to put this up in the PC. What's this thing? I'm going to tape up here. So this is it right here. So Hal Lauren, who done some awesome turtle covers for 616 as well. And so yeah, 616 Jalzar Collectibles, and he got his logo right there. So congratulations to him. I guess you're probably hiding under a rock somewhere if you don't know who he is, because certainly he has a lot bigger channel than me. And I've already read this story, so we're just going to promptly put this back up as to not damage it, and put that in the PC. He also threw in this book right here, X-Men 28 Classic Wolverine, Sabretooth and Jean Grey. So let's see. It says, Jason, thank you so much for buying a Burt fan variant. As a thank you, I've added an extra book I hope you like. Thanks again for your support. So yeah, Team No Sleeves. So appreciate that extra book. And that is what I got from Burt Family 54 Comics, who I interviewed incidentally for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So if you have not seen that video where we talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which he is certainly way more knowledgeable about than I am, then check that out. Now, for the big boy, the big kahuna. So let's start off by talking about this. So there is a guy on Instagram named Simon Comics. For those of you who are not familiar with him, Joe Simon, who is the co-creator of Captain America, is this guy's grandfather. So he's kind of got a pedigree of sorts, right? He kind of won the genetic lottery when comic collecting, if you will. So he has a lot of Golden Age stuff. In particular, he collects his grandfather stuff. So all the early Cap stuff and with Schomburg and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I guess he just comes across deals and wheels and deals, trying to move up in books and move towards other books. And he had this Golden Age book. And so we went back and forth on the price, even so much that he was I wasn't wanting to pay what he wanted for it. So he was going to work a deal with somebody else, and it was going to be another book. It's a Batman book. If you haven't noticed by the thumbnail, I kind of gave it away, but it is a Batman book. And so this was another Batman book, Golden Age. And we were going to make a deal. I was going to pay him that, and that didn't work out. So I just threw my hands up and said, well, I guess it's not going to happen. Of course, that's when it comes back and it happens. And he says, hey, I'll do the deal for this. So come back and got this. This is a 3.0 CGC book. Now, the hard thing for those of you who collect Golden Age, and I am certainly not an aficionado on the subject, I just know, especially even with Silver Age, it's hard to not get a book that's considered restored because of something simple like tape being on there, or somebody try to color in somebody's eyes, some kid that should be hung at high noon, that type of thing. It's hard to find that, especially in Golden Age where nobody was keeping the books. A lot of times, sometimes the books were burned, so on and so forth. And so somehow this one survived all that, and what got a blue label. So without further ado, this is Batman number 10. Batman number 10. I almost could say that it's my second single digit Batman, but there's two digits, obviously. So I have two Batman now. I have a Batman number 8 and a Batman number 10. So I have two Batman that are in the top 10. So pretty awesome, pretty awesome. One of my goals for 2021, if you recall that video, if you don't, you're interested, it's still up. Go check it out. But one of my goals for that was to get into foreign editions, which incidentally enough, I bought a bunch of them because I thought this wasn't going to go through. Then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and bite the bullet and go ahead and get this too. But was buy more foreign editions, evaluate my current pull list, both of which have happened, complete my Batman 300 run, which I have, and I'm working on the 200, which I'm only 30 or 31 away from making that a reality this year. So I've already cut that almost in half. And other was, I think, to add at least one Golden Age Batman to the collection. So I had looked at some other ones, but again, the deal with the purple label, which is not a deal breaker to me, is just when you're spending this kind of money for this kind of book, you want to make sure that you're going to be happy with it. If you're buying a book that's $30 and then next week you regret it, you can kind of offload it. And if you end up having to eat it, it's not the end of the world. But when you buy a book like this, you need to be happy with it. I mean, not to say that, this book would make me or break me. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't pay that kind of money for it. But, it's a bigger book. So, these don't go all often on the CGC registry. There's not that many of them out there. And so, not a lot of circulation. So it's kind of hard to price Golden Age sometime for that reason. So I have 3 Golden Age. I've got a Batman 60 as well. But anyways, so really nice. Glad. Again, shout out to Simon Comics for making it happen. Check him out over on IG. If you're not familiar with him and you like Golden Age in particular, go check him out because he's got some killer covers, killer covers. So yeah, really nice because a lot of times, like I mentioned before, with writing tape, because they tried to keep the tape on the cover attached to the book, so they use tape. They would cut things like this out because they mailed them in to try to get the prizes for all. Free prize book is given to you for selling 40 pack of American vegetable or flower seeds. So that was when kids were industrious. Anyway, so yeah, pretty cool. Check out Robin. He's been hitting the gym. He's not missing any leg days, that's for sure. But this is creamed off white, which you would kind of expect with this old of a book. Catwoman appearance in new costume, which is saying something. She had an old costume already by Batman 10. But Fred Ray and Jerry Robinson cover, Bob Kane, Jerry Robinson art, Gene Schiff and Finger story. So pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Glad to have this in the old PC. So what do you think about these pickups? Leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't already, here is your friendly reminder to smash that like button before you get out of here, the bell notification so you don't miss videos that drop randomly like this, and the subscribe button. So be sure to enter in the 900 subscriber as well as the 1,000 subscriber giveaways. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.